Hey guys, hope everybody's doing all right, staying safe out there. Just want to actually talk about something today that's quite commonly seen out there in the field on these boards. And I'm going to cut to the chase right away because I know you guys are probably busy out there. Some of you guys might be watching this from the truck. Something that's commonly seen is an infinite loop. We call it an infinite loop, where the board will just continuously be counting down the startup countdown and restarting as it gets to the lower 30, 29, 28, and then just stops. Says something, some random numbers, or sometimes it'll say firmware FWU update or something like that, or sometimes it actually even says failure sometimes, and it'll just restart back to 120 and starts counting back down again. We call that the infinite startup loop, and the board is just stuck in this infinite startup loop. Now, story cut short, if you cannot get into the menu, you cannot update the board, which means the board is just faulty. You got to change the board no matter what. No matter what you do, you're looking at a new board. So that's the story cut short here. Really, what happens is in the 120-second countdown, the board is doing a lot of internal things. It's checking for a lot of things internally on, let's just say, what's connected on the SA bus. Do I have 24 volts present on my limit terminal? Do I have 24 volts present on my output terminal, input terminal, stuff like that? And it's doing so many things in the background, and that's why we actually can't bypass that startup delay. So if it's failing and it's continuously just rebooting, there's no other choice but to just restart buy a new board. And really that goes along with anytime you can't get into the menu for whatever reason. If the board is just reading gibberish on the board on the screen, and you can't get into the menu to do whatever changes that you're trying to do. I mean, sometimes when it's like that, you might be able to get away with it by maybe plugging in like the YK map tool, the York map tool that plugs into this phone jack over here. On the newer boards, it's actually Bluetooth. But if you can get away with plugging in one of those tools and accessing the menu through your phone, you might be able to get away with it without having to change the board. But if not, then you're probably going to have to look for a new board. This problem is actually found on I've seen it happen on older boards from like 2015, 2016. I've seen it happen on like 2022, 2023 boards. So it's really I can't really put a date on it, on when it started to happen, when it stopped happening. So it's just sometimes I think it's something internal to the board, that the program or the firmware just crashes or glitches, and it just gets into this infinite loop. If anybody has any questions on this, or if you've seen anything, if you've been able to resolve it, or do something to resolve it yourself, I'd love to hear any comments in the comments. And I appreciate if you guys do subscribe. It really does help me and encourages me to post more videos for you guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Take care.